Welcome back into Clay and Buck. Karoline Leavitt with us now, national spokeswoman for the Trump campaign. She's in West Palm now, going to be at Mar-a-Lago tonight for the big night. Karoline, you're hearing everything. You're talking to everybody at the very top and know everything that's going on in the campaign. So just tell us, what are you hearing? What are you seeing? How are you feeling?
Yeah, hey guys. I can't believe Election Day is here, and we're so excited that it is. I mean, President Trump has been doing this now for, I believe, 720 days, which is just crazy. Obviously, it's been such a roller coaster of a ride. He's faced so much adversity, 2 assassination attempts on his life. They've tried to impeach him and censor him and deplatform him, even imprison him, and he's still standing strong. And I can tell you, we are truly confident here at the Trump campaign headquarters. We're very optimistic. There's a lot of joy in this headquarters. I can confirm that. When we look at the early voting data that we've seen over the last couple of weeks coming in during the early voting period, very encouraging. Republicans have turned up and showed out. And based on what we're hearing on the ground, that same thing is true for today, Election Day. We know Republicans and President Trump supporters prefer to vote in person on Election Day, and we're hearing that rural turnout is up and urban turnout is down. So, look, we don't have real exit polls or any data, hard data yet. This is, again, all hearsay. I want to reiterate that. But based on everything we're hearing and what we've seen in early voting, we are cautiously optimistic President Trump is going to win tonight.
Okay. Karoline, I'm going to dive into the larger national picture, but you know New Hampshire well. Most people in New Hampshire, you can lay it out for us, vote on Election Day. They have pretty stringent ID requirements, my understanding. I'll let you lay it out. Are you optimistic that New Hampshire is going to be tight? And for anybody out there listening in New Hampshire, because it looks like there's really big turnout, what would you tell them, and how are you reading what's going on the ground there? You know it well.
Get out and vote. To my fellow Granite Staters, I submitted my absentee ballot when I was home a couple of weeks ago, knowing I'd be in Florida today. Even if it means you have to wait in line for an hour, please do so. I mean, President Trump is literally putting his life on the line to win this election. The least you can do is take an hour or two out of your day to go cast your ballot and make your voice heard. I've been calling all my people up there today and making sure they get out and vote and telling them to send me pictures of their ballots as receipts. That's how important this election is. So please, if you're in New Hampshire, I think we can flip New Hampshire red. President Trump has been bullish about this for a while. He's always asking me, how are we doing up there? How are we looking? He asked me first thing this morning on the phone. He wants to win New Hampshire, and we can. Kamala Harris is such a radical leftist. She is the antithesis of everything New Hampshire, our Live for Your state, stands for. So please get out and vote, and don't get complacent. Again, we see voter turnout is very high, but every vote is going to count.
What's it feel like to be at the end of this journey, at least in terms of the campaign right now, Karoline? You know, I know you just had a baby recently. You were the youngest person, I think, to ever run for Congress in New Hampshire, if memory serves, and that was in the last cycle. And now here you are, Trump campaign national spokeswoman. I mean, just what has the ride been like up to this point?
Well, honestly, it feels a little surreal sitting here today on Election Day. It doesn't really feel real. I mean, I guess it's maybe because I'm so tired. I feel like I'm floating through life at this point, so it doesn't really hit. Kind of just one day flows into the next, especially with a newborn who doesn't want to sleep these days. But look, we are excited, and there is a lot of energy. Everyone's dressed up today, looking good in the office. President Trump just stopped by to thank everyone for their hard work and their support. And we really do have just a phenomenal team of people, of professionals. The president says it, so I can say it. This truly has been the most professional campaign team he has ever had. We've been very disciplined. And, I mean, again, we've faced so much adversity as a team. We came into this up against Joe Biden. When I started, we were in the primary. I mean, we had Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, legitimate candidates. President Trump won. Then we were focused on Biden, and we knocked him out of the race. So then we turned the page, and now we're up against Kamala Harris. We sat through a trial for 6 weeks in the middle of the summer in New York City. And then our boss almost lost his life in Butler, Pennsylvania. So, you know, it's been a roller coaster ride for everyone. Even folks at the top who, you know, have been doing this for years have said this is the most tumultuous crazy campaign they've ever been a part of. So I think everyone, is excited that the day is finally here. And we're going to be so proud of President Trump tonight. I could cry thinking about him giving a victory speech, just knowing how much this man has been through and his family, and how hard he's worked and how badly he wants to win tonight.
Karoline, I saw that it appeared. I don't know if you were on all these trips, but I mean, first of all, you mentioned it, but you just had a baby and you've been on the road with Trump and you are raising a newborn, and it is one of the baddest ass things I've seen. I can't, if you were working on a Democrat campaign, you would have been on the front page of the New York Times, the Washington Post. They would be telling your story everywhere. But I saw Trump get off the stage about 2:15 last night in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I saw Don Trump Jr. say, you guys hopped a plane, flew to Mar-a-Lago, got off that plane at 5:30, and then a couple of hours later, he's voting in person in Palm Beach. Have you ever seen anything like the energy that this guy has at 79 years old to be going balls to the wall? Like, this is frankly unbelievable.
No, nobody has. The energy is remarkable, and anyone who has traveled with him will tell you, because, you have 3 campaign rallies. It's been a long day. Everyone's exhausted. You get on the plane thinking it's going to be a quiet ride. Everyone's going to put their headphones in and kind of just enjoy the flight. Not with Donald Trump on the plane. We're blasting Elvis. We're blasting music. We have music videos playing. Sometimes it's football. And he is chatting up a storm with everyone on the flight. And that's just how he is. Even last night, I was told, I wasn't on the trip home last night, but I was told, because I did text my friend Margot, and I said, was he even tired last night? And she goes, he was literally chatting with us the entire way home at 5 a.m. after campaigning for 24 hours. It's just who he is. He is a different breed. He is just, it's amazing, and it's really inspiring to watch. And, you mentioned how I had a kid. It's just this, in the middle of this election, 3 days after bringing my baby home, I watched President Trump with blood running down his face, put his fist in the air and say, fight, fight, fight. So the very least I could do is get back to work quickly, after giving birth to my healthy baby. Watching this man go through so much, it inspires all of us. And that's the work ethic that's expected of every single person on this team. And I think it's going to pay off, and that's why we're going to have a big victory tonight.
What is your celebration plan for if things go well? I mean, my wife was making fun of me, Karoline, because she's like, "Do you have a pistachio creme brulee that you've set aside in the fridge?" And I was like, "Well, as a matter of fact, I do, because I'm preparing for good news at about midnight, and calories don't count on election night." Do you have anything
By the way,
in
that
store?
is the most elitist dessert on the planet. Like, did I just what did you say? A pistachio cream brulee? Are you a white dude for Harris
Clay.
undercover?
Yeah.
I mean, I got to be careful here.
Honestly, Clay, I did not expect that from you, but I
No, that was
digress.
Buck, by the way.
He's not going to fall on that hand grenade.
Brulee.
Yeah, that was Buck. That was Buck.
I don't expect that of either of you. Let's just be clear. I hope you're actually voting for Donald Trump. After hearing about that dessert choice, I'm questioning who you voted for in this election. But no, my post-election plan, I am very much looking forward to a spa day. I hope to go to a very nice spa and not talk to anyone for a day and put my phone on Do Not Disturb. That is something I've been thinking about for quite some time, and I'm hoping it will be in my plans in the near future.
I will say this. I am going to drink an inordinate amount of alcohol tonight if Trump wins, and I may still be very hungover. I might even still be drunk at noon, Buck, when we go on, because we put everything we have into it. I can't even imagine for you guys, Karoline, at Mar-a-Lago, what that will feel like as all these results come in. But I want you to give a challenge one more time for anybody out there listening. If they haven't voted, what do they need to do?
Get out and vote. There is literally no excuse. If you want to complain about how much groceries cost or gas cost or your rent cost or mortgage rates because you can't afford to buy a home, if you're sick of seeing men compete in women's sports, if you're sick of turning on the NFL or the NBA and seeing this woke crap take over every institution in our country, You have to get out and vote for Donald Trump, okay? Nobody is too cool to vote. Get out and do it. It is your right to do it. It is the way you make your voice heard in this country. And none of us want to wake up tomorrow and realize we are stuck with Kamala Harris, who is the most incompetent person this country has ever had lead it as president in the Oval Office. It's going to be a scary time. Legitimately, we will be in a World War III if that woman is given the keys to the nuclear codes. That's what's at stake in this election. I mean that with my whole heart. We need President Trump more than ever, so please get out and vote. And if everybody does that, especially the people listening to this show, I know you have a lot of young men who listen to you, men of all ages. We need men in this country to man up and get your butt to the polls and vote for President Trump today. So thank you guys for having me on this election day. And hopefully next time we talk, we're on our way transitioning to the White House.
Yeah, I hear White House press secretary is a fun gig, Karoline. I'm just saying. I've known some people who have had it. So hopefully we'll be talking to you about that coming up here. Thank you so much for being with us. Great to have you. And as always, we appreciate all the work you've done trying to help pull President Trump through.
Buck, pistachio cream brulee. This is the way that you want.
It's a special night. It's a special night.
I don't even know what that is. Like, I'm writing it down. I don't even think I can spell it.
Don't worry about it, all right?
You take us away with your pistachio creme brulee.
I'm just saying, pistachio ice cream is good. I thought maybe the creme brulee would be good. We don't need to worry about it. All right, family memories. Like if you have an incredible dessert and you want to remember it for all time, what happens if it's on a VHS? Well, who knows, because you can't watch it anymore. That's where Legacy Box comes in. This is where you can have old media transferred to new media. And the longer you wait for this, the greater, unfortunately, the risk comes out that you're going to lose the old media. You're going to damage the old media just because of, boxes getting shifted around or, maybe even a flood happens. I mean, this, right? You can lose those memories forever, or you can preserve them for generations to come by going with Legacy Box. Legacy Box takes your old media and makes it new, so you can still share it, still watch it, still enjoy it. They've done it for more than 1.5 million families, including my family, Clay's family. So if you are the one in your family, the old amateur videographer, the one who's taken out a video camera, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, whatever, you should check out Legacy Box, my friends. You send in the videos and photos in a box, and they send it back to you digitized, plus you get the originals. Right now, they're offering 50% off their regular prices. Go to legacybox.com/buck. That's legacybox.com/BUCK for 50% off.